New ATP rankings drop. Alcaraz still number one, Sinner chasing, Auger-Aliassime and Ruud win big. Djokovic in the gilded hush of tennis's grand coliseums, where the thud of felt on string resonates like a heartbeat across continents, can a fresh ledger of rankings not only crown kings, but summon the shadows of Titans past, urging a new generation to chase immortality under the watchful gaze of the eternal? It was a crisp October Eve in 2025, the autumn leaves drifting like discarded scorecards over the manicured lawns of Europe, as the ATP's digital scroll unfurled from the tour's nerve center in Pontevedra Beach, a weekly rite that binds sweat-soaked courts to the ledger of legacy. Carlos Alcaraz, the 22-year-old Spaniard whose prodigious fire had already scorched 4 slams, clung tenaciously to the pinnacle. His 11,540 points, a fortress forged in the embers of summer's conquests. While Jannik Sinner, the icy maestro from the Dolomites, prowled a mere 760 points adrift, his pursuit a silent storm gathering force. Across the rankings' vast mosaic, Felix Auger-Aliassime, the lithe Canadian sentinel with the serve of thunder and the spirit of the North, vaulted 14 rungs to claim the 13th throne, his Brussels triumph a resurrection hymn after years in the wilderness. Casper Ruud, Norway's stoic clay poet, mirrored the ascent, his Stockholm spoils, etching him firmly at 12th, each victory a verse in the saga of resurgence. And then, like a specter reclaiming the stage, Novak Djokovic, the Serb whose 24 majors loomed as monoliths, surged 3 spots to 4th, his semifinal odyssey at Flushing Meadows, a defiant whisper that time bends but never breaks. The greats. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Sport Talk content. The air in Basel's St. Jakobshalle thickened as the rankings dawned on screens worldwide, players pausing mid-rally in practice sessions, their breaths sinking to the rhythm of revelation. Alcaraz, towel-draped on a Barcelona bench, allowing a rare smile to crease his brow, while Sinner, shadowboxing in Turin's shadowed gym, felt the chase's quickened pulse, a rivalry etched not in ink, but in the sinew of shared dreams. The turning point shimmered in the ranking's stark poetry. Alcaraz's unyielding grip on number 1, a bulwark against Sinner's inexorable climb, evoked the eternal dance of prodigy and pursuer, their U.S. Open final, a 5-set epic of baselines blurred and spirits unbroken, now crystallized in points that whispered of futures intertwined. Auger-Aliassime's leap from the fringes to the fray symbolized the sweet alchemy of perseverance, his Brussels baseline ballet felling foes with a grace that masked the scars of doubt. Ruud's steady rise, a Nordic anchor in autumn's flux, recalled the quiet fury of clay court kings reborn on hard court's unforgiving canvas. Djokovic's re-entry to the top 5 landed like a serve at 140 miles per hour, unheralded yet undeniable. His semifinal clash with Alcaraz in New York's electric glare, a masterclass in timeless guile. The crowd at Arthur Ashe rose in waves of reverence, one graying devotee and the gods murmuring, "Noel's not fading, he's just waiting," as thunderous applause cascaded from the rafters, a global ovation rippling from Melbourne's memories to Wimbledon's whispers. In shadowed hotel suites post-drop, private exchanges wove the human thread. Sinner, phone in hand, confiding to his coach in Italian cadences soft as snowfall. "Carlos holds the summit now, but every point I chase is a step towards standing beside him. Not above, but equal in the fire." Auger-Aliassime, overlooking Brussels' glittering spires, shared with his brother a tear-streaked laugh. "This 13th feels like number 1's shadow. It's the light after so many dawns that broke without me." Crowd reactions surged like a tie-break frenzy. Parisian bistros abuzz with Alcaraz graffiti on cafe napkins, fans in berets toasting El Rey Carlos with espressos spiked with hope. In Toronto's Yonge Street throng, Auger-Aliassime's faithful erupted in maple-scented cheers, scarves aloft like victory banners, a young girl clutching a racket replica, her voice piercing the din. "Felix flew us up there. Canada's heart beats louder now." The aftermath bloomed across the digital vines of the sport. ATP alerts pinging like victory cannons from Shanghai's neon haze to Stockholm's fjord-kissed shores. ESPN tickers scrolling the saga. Alcaraz entrenched, Sinner stalks, Djokovic defies. While X's global agora ignited with rankings redemption, threads of fan-forged montages splicing Ruud's Stockholm serve with Auger-Aliassime's Brussels backhand, each clip a communal exhale after the U.S. Open's cathartic close. Newsrooms hummed with the harvest. L'Equipe dissecting Sinner's shadow chase in prose laced with Renaissance longing. The Italian's 10,780 points a siren's call to reclaim the throne. BBC panels pondered Djokovic's fourth-place Phoenix, his 4,830 a bridge from 2003's debut to 2025's defiance, evoking Federer's elegant exits and Nadal's unyielding roars. Fan reactions painted visceral vignettes. In Montreal's Plateau cafes, Auger-Aliassime acolytes etched his ascent into fogged windows, toasting with poutines piled high, a father to son. From the cold of juniors to this warmth of 13th, it's our story, eh? Oslo's harborside pubs swelled with rude revelry. Fishermen raising steins to the clay prince's hardcourt crown, their chants echoing Viking sagas of quiet conquests won. Historical strata lent profound patina. Recall Sampras's 1993 ascent, a baseline blaze that scorched the old guard. Or Federer's 2004 coronation, a symphony of serve volleys that harmonized eras. This drop, in that continuum, wasn't ledger but liturgy, a reaffirmation of tennis's migratory mythos, from Djokovic's Balkan Forge to Alcaraz's Mercian Meadows, where rankings ripple like Rod Laver Arena's ghosts, binding Montreal's multicultural pulse to Norway's fjord-carved fortitude. As the clamor softened to sunset soliloquy, these rankings beckoned a tender meditation on tennis's veiled viscera, a sense as altars of ambition, where a number unveils the ephemerality of eminence, reminding us that sportsmanship flourishes not in solitary supremacy, but in the fellowship of the fray. Sinner's pursuit, a parable of patience amid Alcaraz's blaze. What wisdoms do they whisper of our collective clay, this cascade of climbs on cordage strung taut? In Wimbledon's whispering winds, we witness the warrior's veiled valor, the temerity to toil through torments for a tally that tests the soul. Auger-Aliassime's odyssey from prodigy peril to 13th's embrace is a testament to tenacity's tender forge, where vulnerability vaults to victory in the umpire's unblinking eye. Legacy, amid such seismic scrolls, unfolds as filigree finery. The tour's stewards, Alcaraz's audacity, Sinner's serenity, revere the rites of renewal, climbing not for conquest's clamor, but to cultivate a canon resilient against time's tempests, echoing the endurance that elevated Borg's baseline ballet from 1970's frost to eternal fame. Contemplate the creeds carved in every cross-court. Ruud's resolute returns, Djokovic's deathless defense, incarnate the artisan's anthem of a game birthed in 1877's English lawns, where verities of valor and vulnerability outlast volleys, mentoring muses like Sinner, that genuine grandeur glimmers most in the grind of guarded graces. These tallies, theatrical in their tallying, illuminate the aficionado's arc too, the ache of allegiance's flux, the balm of burgeoning bonds, urging us to ruminate on rectitude as the court's cardinal constant, unyielding amid the churn of chalets and challenges, a compass for kindred spirits staking their solace on the sphere's capricious spin. In rumination's radiant reach, we discern the game as Genesis's graceful glyph, transfiguring tallies into tapestries of transcendence, where a drop's decree erects an edifice of ethos, inviting every eye in the enclosures to explore their own elevations, emerging not enervated, but enriched by the elegance of earnest endeavor. Alcaraz, in the golden haze of a